shit, I fucking spaced it. Oh well, we're starting anyways.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, it's a great start to a fucking new year.
That's how we do it, man.
Yes, that's how we do it.
Fuck ups and finagles.
Oh, well, it is the 1st of January,
Ooh, he got the date right.
2019. This is the Nothing Sacred Show. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
A.K.A. Cocksucking Dickface. And this is the Nothing Sacred Show for the New Year's edition. AIDS attrition. Beginning of the year. It's spread your rear.
Spread your
rear. It's the beginning of the year.
I actually thought that's what you were going to do when you let in.
Oh, well, I decided.
I was disappointed, man.
Well, that's okay. This wouldn't be the first time or the last time. Won't be the last time.
Right.
For either one of us.
So, man, with a new year brings new ideas.
New ideas and a reflection of the last year. And just, I'm in a great fucking mood. I can't lie. It's like life is pretty good right now, man. I can't bitch. You know what's good when you're getting off a 3-day weekend and you have to go back to work tomorrow and you're like, well, okay, well, do shit.
Yeah, you don't care about going back.
I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to the routine, you know. Too. It's crazy, man. So.
Well, here.
Well, actually, let me give my good story first here.
Oh, okay.
Just to bring the excitement of the new year going forward, and we're going to talk about like the last year and two as well, because this is our basically new year.
Oh yeah.
End of year thing. But the first thing I want to have, here's an interesting conversation. So I'm as the good son that I am, right? Because I'm such a good fucking
you're
kid.
Such a great son, huh?
I am. I'm amazing. I called my mom and wished her a happy new year today. Right?
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow. Is this the first time?
This year it is. Yeah.
Oh shit.
This year.
Okay.
First time this year. I had to get it because it's a new year. You dumbass.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Fucking, you need to stay
but I'm
away
saying
from that
first
fucking
new
realm.
year that you've called your mom, man.
No, of course not.
Okay.
No, I don't. I've called her maybe once or twice in my life. Over the 40.
Oh yeah.
No.
Hey. All right.
So anyway, so I call her up and I'm talking to her because my bro and I had a great idea. We're both going to come out to Vegas sometime, probably February.
Nice.
So we'll be both at the same time. So we'll have to have a little shindig at the house.
Absolutely.
So I'm just mentioning, hey, we decided we're going to come out together. And she goes, okay, that's cool. And she was hanging out at a place, just chilling, playing a little video poker, I believe, whatever.
Okay.
As she's wont to do in that, in Vegas sometimes.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, cool, awesome. We'll be out there in February. So I hang up the phone, and I get a call back in 5 minutes, and it's my mom. And I'm like, okay. So I pick up the phone. She goes, well, you don't have to pay for your tickets. I just hit a $5,000 Royal Flush.
Oh shit! So she's gonna pay for your guys'
so
tickets out here.
You just let me know how much it is. So we're probably gonna get that. We're definitely gonna get out there. We were anyways, but we're definitely gonna get there sometime in February. And it's like
nice. It's good to hang out, man.
Little first. That's a good sign. The first year. So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's my little holiday cheer for all you. Now we can go on to all the depressing, fucked up shit that we usually.
Well, actually, no, because I have a little news. My big news is I have an idea.
You're getting married.
No. I'm thinking of starting an ASMR YouTube channel.
What?
You know what ASMR is, right?
Yes, it's that fucking weird fucking shit that you guys do. You listen to people fucking brush their teeth and shit and
well,
go to the bathroom or whatever.
And actually, there's one ASMR YouTuber that I think we may have butt plugged her channel at one point. Her name's Emily ASMR, and she did one. It was a girlfriend role play. And it was actually done really well, man. It was done real tastefully, and it was actually pretty cool, And she played it well, as if there was somebody there with her.
Okay.
And I was like, I wonder if I could try to do the boyfriend role play. I'm sure there's one out there already, but I'm like, man, let me just see if I can do it, if I'm believable enough, if I can access my imaginary vaginary, as it were.
So wait a second. So what do you mean by? So you're acting like a boyfriend to a girlfriend?
Yes, exactly. So I'm like, hey, honey, how you doing?
Hey,
I know it's been a hard day at work.
Your shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No sex or anything.
No clenched teeth. Like, do you because that seems like you'd have to avoid. Like, let me rub your feet.
you have no faith in me, man.
Oh, yeah. That kind of ruined the ASMR experience, I think.
No, man. I would be more, hey, honey, how you doing?
Oh, God, you.
I would. Just want to see if I could do it. And then, well, the audio part I think I got, man. I can do that well.
So are you going to practice? Like, practice being a good boyfriend?
Hey, man, wait a minute now. Hey, for the women I'm in love with, I'm a great boyfriend.
Sure you are.
But
greatly possessive and fucking overbearing.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up, man.
I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking.
Hey, possessive.
Hey, honey, I've called you 17 times this day. It's my third break. I want to take a shit, and I figured I'd give you a call. Is that what you're gonna be doing? You're like, "Hi, honey."
Oh, that might be another ASMR, dude.
I bet, dude. Taking a shit, dude. Like you could start the taking a shit ASMR movement, dude.
Whoa.
It'd be called ASSMR. And you can call yourself Ass Mister. ASSMR.
Ass Master.
Ass Mister. ASSMR. Ass Mister.
Wait a minute. ASSMR.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you know, and that's funny because I was thinking of names, dude, and I was like, well, what the fuck name would I use?
Mr. Ass. You could be like.
Would I be Relaxum Maxim or Maxim? You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
Or Maxim Relaxum or some shit like that.
What, sipping on tequila? Hi, a girl came up. She said, "Hi, my name is Sheila." Is that what you mean? Maxim
Maximum Relaxing?
Maxim Relaxing. Remember that song? Sipping on tequila.
Yeah,
a girl walked up. She said, "Hi, my name is Sheila."
It's Sheila. Yeah, that's Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, old school.
So you'll be Maxim and Relax.
Maxim and Relaxum. Maxim and Relaxum.
Let me read you a book, honey. Let me just shuffle pages. Whatever. Okay, so you're gonna try doing that. So that's what you're gonna start doing.
I'm thinking about trying that, man. So of course it's not gonna be this channel. It's gonna be another channel. And
you have to start.
I even wonder if I even want to share the link, man.
No, I don't. I think you should probably keep it separate. Maybe just have people try to look for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just want to see if I get any hits on it and, you know, if there's any comments or likes or any kind of thing like that. So it's really just kind of trying my hand, you know.
I'm not trying your hand. I'm
trying my hand.
Just what everyone, that whole quasi-masked ASMR. Okay, I don't get it. I don't. I mean, I understand the idea, listening to stuff like, it's like rain, right? It's like listening to rain on outside, like if someone turns on, like my dad used to have these tapes where you put them on and just be rain thunder showers and shit.
Well, or some of them will talk, you know, and they have conversations.
Yeah, see, that would just keep me. That would bug the fuck out of me. It wouldn't relax me. Like,
well, it depends on how they're talking, though. Like, oh yeah, you know, like the boyfriend one was actually pretty good, or the girlfriend one that I saw.
Sure it was. Oh, honey, can I bake you some cookies today? How was your day? Oh, man, was wonderful? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Is that how it went? She responded to herself and shit?
Pretty much. But it was good because she left spaces for the boyfriend to say stuff if he were there. You know? Yeah. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, so you want my cock deep down? No, it's not how it is. I know it's not like that.
No, that's funny as shit, though.
It would, like...
But ASM, I like ASM Master or something like that, or
Ass Master.
Ass Master.
You could do shit ones. You'd be like, and then you could have like rustling, like.
Well, and then you have the turd hitting the toilet.
And then
so it's like
you have to do some excited, like some sided stuff, like maybe act like you have like a. Oh yeah. Oh. And then have like that hollow bathroom sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, of course. But I'm wondering, see, because I don't know, you know, like with YouTube and all the guidelines and shit, I don't want to get flagged for like indecency or something.
I don't know. It seems
they
like
can see
the
my
thing's kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, man. Honestly, like a shit one, that'll have to be a little more thought out. But the boyfriend one, I think I can definitely do.
Yeah.
So
maybe able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm also doing something, by the way. See, New Year's. So you want to? So what we'll do is we'll have little checkups and see how you're doing. We won't give any information out about the channel itself because honestly,
just like how far along are you? You know, have you done your first video? That kind of shit.
I'm been researching some shit. I'm gonna get into the fitness thing, man. And I'm gonna dude. And I'm gonna have to tell you how this is gonna go because I'm gonna buy something called the Rebounder. All right.
Okay, what does this do? Is it like an elliptical or something?
It's like an elliptical. It's It's basically it's a trampoline.
Oh,
it's a mini trampoline. All you do is bounce on it, and it works your whole body because you're jumping up and down So it works
Yeah.
even in your arms and shit, and it gives you balance. It also helps your lymph nodes because you're jumping up and around. Because your lymph nodes don't have circulatory, like they don't have a pump. Like your blood has a pump, obviously. It's called your
Right.
heart.
Right.
See, it's called education. You learn things here on the show.
Yeah, exactly. We're a
Yeah,
very
we're fucking
educational.
as fuck here.
Yeah.
So basically, but your lymph system has a lot, doesn't get drained if you don't move around a lot. But when you jump on a trampoline, you know, it's like a fucking baby being shaken. You know, it's like, you know.
Ooh, shaking baby syndrome on a.
But it's not.
Okay.
But it's really good for you. So I'm been researching all fucking afternoon because you know me, I like to fucking
Yeah.
take
Well,
20
you have
hours.
to tell me how this thing works, man, because I'm actually wanting to build my arms up a little bit.
Well, this
my
isn't
upper
this
body.
isn't arm. This is like trampoline. You just want. Well, one thing you can do, I can tell you something if you want to, is buy a fucking ab roller and just use that. If you want to use
Actually,
your arms.
I bought some weights, some dumbbells, to do
those
some
are,
lifting.
Yeah, lifting is fucking annoying as shit. That's why I'm getting this rebounder because I want to get like a simple. So I want to be able to just turn on music and just bounce. It's like you're leading, you know, like
Oh God, I
space
used
out.
to do that all the time
Yeah,
as a kid.
and you'd love it, dude. I guarantee you'd love it. It's just a trampoline. It's a mini trampoline, and you just jump on it, and you can get
You
one.
said something about building up your arms too. That's
Well,
what
but you can because you can basically like you can. There's exercise you can do with like weights in your hands, like 5-pound weights and stuff like that.
Okay.
But in terms of like a whole body workout, it's good for you in a lot of ways. It helps you it's great exercise in terms of just cardiovascular, but it's so low impact because you're bouncing on a trampoline. But it also changes your gravity because for a second when you jump off the trampoline, you have no gravity. You're 0 G's. And then when you land, it kind of forces your body to go, like pushes everything around your body to, like in a good way. Like it causes good stress that's not high impact, but good body strengthening stress. But all you're doing is jumping on a trampoline. It's like, well, you know, like because you know how really you could even just sit there and not even jump like really hard.
Right.
And there's ones I'm trying to make a decision between two models, and one of the models I can get has a bar. And you can buy these, and you just use a bar. You just literally hold onto the bar, and then just bounce on the trampoline.
Now, is it like one of those jogging trampolines that's kind of comes up to maybe your ankle or something?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Okay. You know what? I think when I was a kid, we had one.
Yeah.
And I used to love that. You were
They're
talking about
fucking
listening
amazing.
to music
Yeah,
and
I
bouncing.
had one a kid. That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is just bounce 20 minutes a day. That's it.
Oh fuck, dude! I used to
So
love that.
I
shit.
will let you know how it is. Now, some you can get them as cheap as 40, but just like anything else, I'm going to spend probably around 200 on mine. Because I'm going to get a good quality, solid, like professional one that actually has like because you can get one with springs. There's a whole bunch of that's the thing. It's like anything else. You get into something and you go, because I was going to go either exercise bike or elliptical because I want to get something that I can just sit on or stand on and just move mindlessly, like and then listen to
Right,
music
you don't
for
have to
20
think
minutes.
about like okay.
Yeah, and I can't ride a bike out in real life because I can't see well enough to ride a bike around and I don't like to walk around aimlessly for no reason. And sometimes it's really cold and rainy here. And I like to be able to listen to music and just like sit on an exercise bike. So I was looking at that and then I go, oh, these rebounders. And I thought about it and then I talked to my bro and he goes, dude, you get the rebounder, man. I'm like, okay. So I kind of narrowed it down to this trampoline. And I'm like, oh, this should be simple. It's a fucking trampoline. Springs and no. There's ones with bands, like bungee cord bands that are really quiet, so they're not loud, because some of those
so
like
it doesn't squeak and
yeah, and you don't, and they have these like bands. There's ones with handles, like I said, you can get one where you can hold on to like a bar that's attached to the trampoline and just jump. And so if you have balance issues or if you're worried about getting too excited and jumping.
Jumping off the thing.
Running into a wall or whatever. You hold on to this fucking bar and then you just bounce, Well,
too, you live upstairs, so if you had something that was springy, your neighbor below you might hear it. You know what
Maybe,
I'm saying?
yeah. So, but the one I'm looking at, but the one that's the thing. The spring one that I'm looking at, and I don't want to get too much into this. There's always a trade-off. So there's two that I'm narrowed down. One has the bar, it has these resistance bands, it has these hand weights, and you can get these weights like just cheap weights and hold them in your hand while you're bouncing, and like hold your arms out or whatever and bounce. So it's between that, but that's the spring-based one, and this other one, which is just no real like stuff that comes with it, but it's really a fucking good one. Like, highly recommended. So anyway, point is that's what I'm doing. I'm also just to wrap up the year coming up when things are happening. I don't know if I told you this, maybe I have, but I am going to learn to play the piano. I'm taking a group piano class.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Actually, well, for you, and especially doing the Zoomers thing that you're doing,
Yes.
You know, it might be good.
So I'm going to learn how to, because it's a basic piano class. It's a group environment too. It's not a single like one-on-one class. It's
so you all sit. There's like 10 of you or something.
You know, I look at this extended education shit, and I had money. You know, I'm having money for the first time in a while, so I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking do this before I second guess myself. So I said, fuck it, spent the money on it, just a continuing education class, no credits or anything like that. And I already have my keyboard, that old keyboard I had for since like 2007. I still have that.
Oh, that thing! I remember that key. Yeah.
I still I use it a lot with S. You know, used to do it all the time for
the shows,
the but I can use it to practice on. So I'm like, fuck it. So yeah, things are starting good, man.
Man, okay. Well, the year might be positive then.
So because unlike last year was actually a good year too, man. A lot of good shit happened.
Well, here's one thing I was going to say with the loss. You remember how I said last year was a year of loss?
Yes,
and seemed like a lot of things. You know, you lost a lot of shit, but in the process, you gain things too. Like for instance, my computer took a shit, so I get a new computer, and so now I have a new computer. What's so bad about that?
Exactly.
Same thing with.
And it's a better better computer, newer computer, faster. I'm sure no bullshit.
Nope. It's exactly. My other one used to get hung up, and then same with my phone. I got a new phone, so that's all good. And a new bank card, all that crazy shit. But what was I gonna say? So one more thing that I lost over the year for that year was my cleaning lady.
Yeah.
I gave her the boot, man. Well, you know what? She was stealing from me.
What? You found she was stealing from you?
Yeah, and it was stupid stuff. It wasn't like, DVDs or
so
CDs.
Wait, let's rewind a little bit for those who might not know. The big thing that caused that you were going to ditch her for was because of the black fucking mold in my bathtub.
Yep.
Okay, so did you let her go after that, or did you let it hang on like a soft little bitch?
You know what I did? I did the soft little bitch thing. I did say something to her, but I said, this can't happen again. You got to let me know if you run across this, right? So then a couple weeks later, I'm in the kitchen, and I have like a bunch of paper towels. I have a bunch of rolls on top of the cabinet.
Yeah, she was taking paper towel rolls from you.
That's the one thing she did, because I had a thing of like say 4 or 5 rolls up on top of the cabinet.
And you're a dumb blind kid who wouldn't be able to count those, so she just said, "I don't take them." No.
Yep, exactly. So she just apparently she jacked them. Well, it was Bengal who pointed it out to me, because she was like, I think your cleaning lady man made up, because I swore I had some paper towels up there, and I reached up there to get some more because I needed a new roll, and I'm like, where the fuck are my paper towels? That was the first thing she was stealing. The other thing was I just bought a new thing of those laundry pods.
No, she was taking those too. Yeah,
she stole those too. Yep, because I had like 60 in there, and then when I went to do some laundry at one point, I'm like, wait a minute, this thing's way empty, and I didn't do that much laundry, so I was like, fuck it, okay, she's done. So I let her go, but the new person, I actually hired a new person who was a friend of Bengal's, and funny enough, she's OCD. So that's the kind of cleaning person you want,
I guess, well, hopefully, yeah.
Well, I mean, everything seems pretty good. Well, somebody else was pointing out, too. It wasn't that she was just stealing physical items from my house, but she was also stealing in the sense that she wasn't doing the work that I was paying her to do.
Yeah, she was ripping you off, dude. Yeah.
Yep. So there we go, man. That was my last.
Good, but that warning should have given you that warning, man. When you're paying for something, you don't have to be fucking nice, dude. So next time someone's not cleaning fucking black mold out of your bathtub or telling you about it, you don't go, well, stick around, because what you're doing is being lazy because you don't want another cleaning person, even though the person who's doing the job is not really cleaning your shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's
lesson learned. Don't be fucking lazy and don't go. Then because you're getting yourself ripped off, and you're being a dumbass. Is what you've done.
Yeah. No, you're right, and that's why I said I was a soft little bitch.
That's why it's a learning. It's a growth experience, man. Just like my year, man. Like I was weird. It's just weird how you still learn things at our age, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's not really weird. It's actually never stopped.
You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Stop learning, you're dead.
Yeah.
So that's what I see. Let's see. Looking back on the year, though, I got focus, and I'm really into this musical stuff, and like I said, I'm getting my job is turned around. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. So let's do. We got some stories. I'm sure you said. I don't have many stories. Just hung out. My only story was that little feel good story from the beginning. But
for Christmas, I went over. Well, Christmas Eve, went to my mom's, and. We tried it. We were going to order pizza. My mom really isn't into cooking anymore. It's just like too much work for
Oh, jeez.
20 minutes.
Order pizza on a Christmas Eve?
We were going to order from this place that I guess they like to order from. And my mom even called this guy like a couple days before.
Oh, shit.
And said, are you guys open on Christmas Eve? And he said, yeah, we're open until 9:30. So I get over there. It's probably about 5 or something like that. So she calls to order the pizzas. No answer. So, they even tested it. Like my stepdad even called from his phone just to make sure, like, okay, just make sure you're not misdialing or something. And no answer. So we wound up having to order Pizza Hut on Christmas Eve.
Oh, shit.
And
I bet your mom was pissed. Pizza
we were
Hut.
all kind of pissed. We're like, why the fuck do people just give wrong information?
They do it because they'd rather. I don't know. Maybe he thought. Because that's like not even wrong information. It's like an outright lie. Like, how do you not know what hours you're going to be open on? And if you're not open at all.
Well, in the fact he gave a specific time. Oh, till 9:30.
Yeah.
So obviously that means they're open till 9:30. So you think, but then when you try to call, the guy's not there. But it was good. We watched. I saw Equalizer 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was cool. Although I gotta say, man, my stepdad, we gotta add him to the list of motherfuckers you don't watch movies with.
Because I mean, he was like, "Well, no, it's all." Was he one of those fucking?
It's exactly
I know exactly what he was doing. Like, oh, well, I couldn't.
The first one better. The first one was a lot better. This one had more special interest stuff in it. I just wasn't in, and I'm just like, oh, shut up, because I gotta listen to this shit. I can't just look at this.
And he's like, oh, well, that's a ridiculous move. Why would he do that? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's not believable.
That's not believable.
Well, the best part is at one point he looks at my mom and he goes, "How does this movie end, honey?" And I'm like, "Oh, shut up! You're gonna ruin it."
Oh, this movie ends.
So
he's watching it in front of other people who've never seen it before.
Right, exactly. Like somebody who wanted to see it because I haven't seen it. Yeah,
and that's one of those people those older people where he doesn't think he still thinks he's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not. He's just old, but he doesn't realize that he's just old.
Right. Like, even if he doesn't behave like an old person, he still has old traits.
Yeah, he's old. Because he's old, that's why. He's not like he's young, man. He's got to be in his...
Oh, he's in his damn near... Well, let's see. He's a couple years younger than my mom, so he's probably in his late 60s.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying, like, hey, I'm cool, man. Hey, bucko.
Hey,
like,
I'm hip, and I know the movies.
I'm hip, I know the movies. This movie, the second one is all right. And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude. No, then he kept talking about this other one that Denzel Washington did called Book of Eli. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, Book of Eli, you love that. You got to watch that one. And I'm just like, all right, well, I'll check it out sometime.
Next time, but I'm watching this now.
Right, exactly. So, well, thank God. That's here's the other old fuck thing that he does, dude. He goes to bed early. Like, it was like 7:30. He's like, okay, I'm going up to bed. So, thank God he got to go up to bed. And once he got out of there, I got to actually enjoy the rest of the movie.
Oh, that's good.
But so that was that. And then for New Year's, went to Rum Runner, of course, and went with Steve. Although this is the thing I was going to tell you, dude. When I was telling you off air about drinking something that's so disgusting, you think about it the next day.
Yeah. So what did you have?
Well, okay. So mainly beer is what I was drinking, but then. Steve wanted to do, there's a whiskey, I guess he likes, that he really swears by, and he's like, oh, man, you're going to love this whiskey, man, this is going to be, and I was still a little bit glurkified, because if, on Saturday night, as I told you, I got really fucked up, you know.
You got bentified, yeah.
Yeah, and then Sunday, we were actually going to do a show, but I was like, dude, I am too fucked up, I'm trying to get.
She was probably over there for a while anyways, wasn't she?
You talking about on Saturday?
No, Sunday. So basically, we just decided.
Oh, you talking about Bengal coming over? Yeah. Oh God, yeah. That was another thing, dude. She was making her damn cookies, and it was getting like almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like,
holy fuck!
You almost done in there?
Good God!
She's like, no, I got to make the other ones. They got a set, and I'm like, oh Christ! She finally left at like 1.
Good God, dude. Okay, well then you're not doing that. Got to set some limits there.
Yeah. Well, it's like. She took me shopping, and I let her do laundry here.
So it actually worked out that you couldn't do anything on Sunday night anyway. So
yeah, exactly. It was a good thing. Good. But anyway, I guess I said that to say. So last night I'm still somewhat recuperating from Saturday.
Gotcha.
And when you get older, you don't just recuperate and then the next night start drinking again. It's
not
like,
usually. No,
you takes
can,
a few days.
but then you're just back like you had drank every single night.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Like if you take a
well, so I was-
if you drink a Thursday, skip a Friday, you drink a Saturday, it's Sunday. You feel like you drank Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
exactly like 3 nights of
Yeah.
consecutive drinking. So,
Your
but
body's saying, "Stop, fucker, you dumb fuck."
I was starting to feel it towards the end too. I was like, oh god. Well, then he wants to do those shots, and I'm like, all right, dude, let's try this shit. But this was just fucking disgusting. This whiskey, and he's like, isn't that smooth? I'm like, oh, not really.
You
It
don't
was like
hard liquor, anyways. But
not really. I'm not a huge hard liquor guy, but you know what?
you've had
Dude,
whiskey before, though.
Well, I've had whiskey, but the aftertaste almost tasted like cheese.
Oh God, what kind of whiskey was it? Do you recall the name?
It was Dewar's is the company, but I forget what the brand was called.
Was it like a flavored whiskey?
No, not really. It was just-
Mozzarella flavored whiskey, dude. Fucking cheddar whiskey, dude.
no, nothing like that. It was something brewing. I forgot the fuck he called
What
it.
what kind of cheese aftertaste was it? Like, I mean, like,
It's kind of like that, like the Jimby cheese that that they, a lot of time that they'll eat, like with their wine and shit.
Yeah,
Kind of just
yeah.
has that smell.
yeah,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
like Swiss cheese smell. Like
Right, and it has that it leaves a
Yeah,
almost
so like a
film
so like
on
a
the roof of your
Swiss
mouth.
Swiss whiskey.
Swisky,
A
yeah,
Swisky.
exactly. So
so you had that, and did you have to wash it down
no,
with
I
some
didn't.
beer?
I didn't puke, but I was just. It definitely slowed me down a lot, and I was like, "Oh God, that was
What
bad."
time was that about?
That was about 11:45 or
Okay,
so.
so
Like
it's
15 minutes.
Last
So-
drink of the night.
Well, I was still sipping on this beer,
Yeah.
which I don't think I finished. I finally left around midnight. Well, that was the other thing. He didn't want to leave. I was like, "All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna get ready." I said, "You want to?" Because he canceled his ride. He originally set up a 10:45 because he didn't think he'd make it till midnight.
Oh wow.
So he set up his paratransit. Well, as it starts to get later and closer to his ride, he's like, "Hey, man, I kind of want to stay through the new year." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm going to go ahead and cancel my ride, man. I'll just take Go-Go Grandparent home." And I'm like, "All right, that's what I'm doing. Fuck it." So anyway, he didn't want to leave because he requested some songs on the jukebox that he wanted to hear. So I was like, "Fuck, dude, I got to get going, man." And he's like, "That's all right." He was like, "I'll stay here and hang out." I'm like, "Okay, you sure?" And as a matter of fact, when we're done with this, I'm going to call him and make sure he made it home okay, that he's alive, didn't kill himself. But
So you
because
had
the
to
last
leave
time,
right at midnight. Like you were that guy. You were that. Oh, it's midnight. All right, I'm going to bed.
yeah, that's what it was,
What
man.
time
I
did you
was like,
start?
I gotta
9?
go.
What time did
Although
you get there?
something else happened to me, man, on the way
Uh-oh.
before I got picked up. So I'm waiting outside for my Lyft ride, and this lady comes out of the bar, and she goes, "They just kicked me out of there." She was like, "They're not very nice in that bar," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that sucks." And she's like, "Yeah, listen, I was wondering if you could help me. I got a 2-year-old at home, and I can't pay rent or something. Just started giving me the typical bullshit sob story, and I'm like, I do not want to fucking listen to this shit right now. No wonder they kicked your ass out of that bar. She was probably trying to solicit her services or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm. What are you looking for exactly? And she's like, well, I do little businesses on the side.
Oh yeah.
I'm a party planner. That was her first thing. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have a party and I'm gonna pay you to plan it.
Party planner, and another thing that starts with a P. She's a broth.
No, actually, well, that's what I thought too. I thought maybe prostitute, but she said cleaning services. And I'm thinking, I just fired somebody for fucking clean. Like, I'm gonna have you come over here and start cleaning when I don't know you.
Come over to your house, and yeah, exactly.
So I told her no. I said I'm good. And then she kind of got pushy with me, and she was like, "Well, do you know anybody else?" And dude, at that point, the liquor demon came out, and I said, "Here's a hint. Why don't you try your hand at employment?" And she was like, she goes, "I got a job." And she goes, "They just won't give me enough hours." I said, "Well, then, it sounds like you need to find another job then." And she's like, "You know what? For somebody with such a black heart like you, there's no wonder you're blind." And I was, at that point, that's when I said, I just started getting nasty. And I was like, "Get the fuck away from me. Fuck off. Go kill yourself." I just started going off on her.
And that was right after New Year. So your New Year started off with a pleasant, positive attitude.
Yes, exactly. I was
The first thing that happens to you. So literally, this is probably like 12:15, right? Something like that.
Yeah, about 12:15.
12:15, literally, like right after midnight, you're like, I'm out of there. And you're like standing there 15 minutes in the New Year. You get someone coming on to you, and you get an insult about your eyesight because you won't give them money.
Right, exactly. They start talking, well, because I'm telling her to fuck off
Yeah.
and I'm being mean about it,
You have a
So,
black heart.
Yeah, you're
Mr.
with your black
Maxwell.
heart. I can see why you're blind, you know, and all that shit. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. Get away from me. You just, you know, go away. And then she got into a car and left. You know, but you know, imagine this is what you did. You're like, this was your plan. All right, as soon as it hits New Year's, I'm gonna hit the bar and I'm gonna try to ask people if they want my services or whatever.
And you got to wonder why she was kicked out. Like,
well, she was. That's why she was probably kicked out for you know, because last night Lioness was. It wasn't Tifatrain. It was Lioness, and Lioness is just as tough as Tifatrain. She won't take any shit either.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, you know, she was like, get the fuck out of here.
was it packed there or?
Not really. For New Year's Eve, it was pretty.
Wow,
matter of fact, we kept commenting on that. Like, damn, it's pretty dead for New Year's Eve.
Bar,
You know, I mean, there were a
man,
few
so-
people in there,
Yeah.
but nothing huge. You know.
And what time would you have? 3 hours or at 9 or so or?
No, we got there about 5. Dude.
What?
Yeah, because actually we left here about 5.
Oh
Steve-
my God! 6
What
hours.
happened was Steve took paratransit to my house, and then we kicked it here for a little bit, and then about 5, he's like, "Hey, you want to get going?" I'm like, "All right, fuck it." So we went over there and had some
dinner.
food.
Yeah, and then you were drinking. So no wonder you left right at midnight. You were drinking since like 5, basically.
Yeah, exactly. 6 hours of drinking. I'm like, okay, let's get the
Okay.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're like, let's go. And he hung around for a little while longer. That's cool.
He did. I got to check with him and see how he fared there or what happened.
Sure.
Well, you know, last time what happened? This is a couple months ago. He did the same thing where he canceled his ride.
Yeah.
And he was going to take Lyft home or whatever. And so we go outside, and my car showed up first. So I'm like, okay, dude, my car's here. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Well, I guess he didn't hear me. And later he starts saying my name, and I wasn't answering him. So he starts walking around. Well, he trips over a parking curb and hits his head on the fucking concrete.
What?
So he wound up having to go to the emergency room.
Are you?
Yeah. So, and I guess there was a lady in there who was a nurse who was playing one of the machines or something. And I guess it was a guy that came out or must have seen him or something. And he was like, oh shit, some blind guy just fell in front of the bar. So they all thought it was me. And come to find out it was Steve. So.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God. Well,
So,
hey,
yeah.
that's why you probably should have given him a call like this morning instead. But you're like, oh, let's wait.
Well, you know what? I figured he needed time to recuperate. He didn't want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he wasn't in a talking mood, So I didn't want to bug him. I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
let you get your sleep, man. So, but
Now, back to the grind, man. All the holiday stuff's over. Kind of that relief, little, weight
Yeah.
off that holiday weight off your shoulders. Although this is a really good holiday for me. I had a great Christmas myself. Had a great time with the family.
to me, it didn't feel like a holiday, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I got almost 2 weeks off, but
Yeah, for me it
shit,
did.
was-
Oh man, it was totally. Maybe it's because of where I work and just the atmosphere. It's just like it's this time of year. Whoa, shit,
oh yeah, you guys anticipate it.
Oh, it's because it's hardcore. It's crazy.
Whereas at my job, it's fucking dead. Like right around the holidays,
Yeah.
like there's no events happening, no nothing. So we're just kind of like, okay, we're just having office days,
Exactly.
So-
Yeah.
So, but shit, dude, I'm trying to think. Any other excitement? Any other stuff?
Not really. Not for me. I mean, I'm just having a good year, and life is fucking good.
Nice.
So I guess that's thank God the
Nice.
show isn't the shit that irks me anymore because.
We're not irked. We're not pissed off.
But anyway, so looking back though, just as you could say, overall, 2018. Before we wrap up here, overall, your last thoughts before we move forward and think about now and the future, and hopefully, we'll start with this. What do you think of last year, and what do you think the most? Like you said before, I know you had your themes, but overall, your rating last year and what the main theme of last year is again for you.
Actually, you know what? Last year was decent. Looking back, it was actually a good. I know I bitched a lot about all this change and I getting losing all this stuff and gaining all this stuff, and it was kind of a bother. But now looking back at that, I'm like, you know what? That was actually kind of cool though. It made me kind of forced me to change, so I don't me. You got to drag me kicking and screaming. But so yeah, overall, I'd say it was a decent year. I mean, there was some irky shit, but I mean, all in all, man, hell, it could be way worse, and other things could have. But I think now I can actually coast because all the loss and gain and all that stuff is gone. So the loss and gain and change and stuff was pretty much my theme of the year.
Yes, for me it was a good year. It was a good year because of progress, because momentum has started. Like I found something that I really am into. Some things are changing. just things that I thought weren't going to change just opened up, and life is, basically, the beginning of the year was awful. So it was just like an awful year, so just kind of struggling with certain things, going through. And then as the year went on, things happened. My buddy came out here, we got music things going, and then the whole, pay issues, things that kind of changed in a much better way. So by the end of the year, now I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm ready to roll.
So the first part of the year was touch and go for you, and then the last part
slowly,
kind of picked up.
Slowly, even before I got the raise at work, even before that all happened, things were kind of like, all right, I can deal with this, and then boom. And the last couple of months have just been really rolling, and I've just been doing a lot more cool, focusing on a lot of other stuff. So, yeah, so that's the thing. Progress. That overall, 2018 was a good year because when a year starts off bad, it ends good. At least, I guess the good way to measure a year is if it ends well.
Well, that's it, and how you felt when it was all over,
and how you feel about the upcoming year. So, what do you think? What is let's give our little predictions of 2019. What do you think is the big thing for 2019 is going to be for you? Like, what are I know you don't do resolutions.
I'm not really a resolution
guy.
But
do you have like any idea? Like, do you have a feeling? Like, what is your feeling about?
What's my gut feeling about the year? I don't know, man. It might just be kind of a coast, just chill year. It may be kind of uneventful even, but at least it'll be a year of coasting and no bad stuff. Like they say, no news is good, or no news is bad.
So you think it's going to be just kind of their year coasting? We'll see how that plays out. I think this year is going to be fucking incredible.
Yeah, see, I try not to make those kind of predictions.
Well, you are making predictions anyway because you're saying, I feel my gut's telling me the year's going to be uneventful.
But that's what I'm saying. I try not to ever say it's going to be fucking incredible because then I'm like thinking because then.
Well, I don't know. I just have that's the thing. That's my gut feeling about the years. That's going to be good. So your gut feeling is going to be just like a mellow, like okay.
Yeah,
my gut feeling.
I don't think I don't think it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of momentum is going to shift and change, and a lot of things are going to change in ways like good, positive progression is going to continue. So that's what I'm going for, and I'm keeping that mindset. So that's where I'm at.
All right, good shit, man. And then like I said, I'll keep you up on my ASMR thing if that starts going, or if it doesn't go, or whatever. So, on that note,
it is, once again, the 1st of January, 2019. Happy New Year to all you fuck faces out there listening to us. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches!
Shall old acquaintance suck
my cock and lick my nasty chain?
Yeah.